Before we get into this episode, we just wanted to take a quick minute to say that we recently found out that my wife,
my sister,
has cervical cancer. The doctors did say that we caught it early enough, and with surgery and whatnot, there's a 97% chance that she can beat it.
So, she makes too much money to qualify for government aid, but she doesn't make enough to pay for insurance. So, even if you can't donate, even if you could share it, it would really help out a lot. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, anything helps. Just a share. The more people that see it, the more of a chance somebody will be able to help. We really like to be able to have her around because I love her a whole lot. Her kids love her. Our kids love her. We just want to be able to make sure that she can grow with them and get to see them and be around them. So thank you guys so much, and please enjoy episode 11 of Joke Castle Podcasts.
Hope you like it.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Snow.
Lieutenant Dan here.
How are you guys doing? Hope everything's been great.
Shit's been crazy. I really hope y'all are staying warm with all this fucking snow.
Staying warm, staying safe. It's been fucking insane, the amount of ice, snow. Woo!
Holy shit.
It's been a lot of fun. I love the cold and I love
Yeah.
snow, but holy shit, dude.
I'm basically out there just drunk baby on ice anytime I leave my front door.
Anytime. She's fallen sometimes. Even I've fallen. I fell twice. I almost cracked my damn hip. It was fucking insane the other day.
Man.
Yesterday, I just went to run because I thought I left my phone. So I was getting out of my truck and I felt something fall. It was just a piece of ice, as I later found out, but I thought it was my phone. So I was up in my room. I'm like, fuck, where's my... Oh, shit, was it my phone? So I got outside. I started to sprint as soon as I hit the concrete, and my fucking body went whoop, pow, and I just hit my hip on the ice, and I was like, my hip! Help, I'm falling and I can't get up!
Where's my left leg?
That shit was fucking crazy.
I know, your lovely wife called me and was like, hey, I think Snow left his phone in his car. And I was like, okay. And then you called me and I was like, hey, did you find it? And 99% of me expected you to reply with, no, I haven't found it yet. You let me down.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious. I'm fucking pissed right now. Because, so, last episode of the podcast got more numbers than any YouTube video we've done so far.
Yeah.
By a lot. Not even by a lot.
Like a lot.
And a lot of it's because of TikTok. A lot of people have been coming from our TikTok to the platform. Also, to all of our new subscribers, welcome.
Welcome to our Joke Castle.
We love and appreciate each and every one of you. From before TikTok through present day. Thank you to our entire viewer base. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
But we're pissed because today we had a video that got up to 120,000 views, which for us is huge.
Yeah.
That is a lot for two nobodies. That's a lot. And we just got the word that TikTok deleted our video because it said that it was bullying and harassing.
Yeah.
Which fucking pisses me off because the video was, there's this guy that was doing a drawing. So we used his audio and he was saying oh yeah, if you just start, scribbling on this piece of paper and if you look, you'll start to see shapes. And then if you really look, you'll see creatures and stuff. So we thought it'd be funny if you look and it's just me doodling on a piece of paper and then he's narrating it. And then I pan the camera up so it looks at her and she's just kind of looking at me in the camera. And then it goes back down and you see that there's a portrait that I'm drawing of her, but her eyes are kind of cross-eyed and she's got a unibrow. And then right as soon as you see that, he says, you'll see a creature. And she's like, what? Fuck you. And then it ends.
That's it. I think we can even put the video in.
Yeah,
so
I'll put it down.
So you guys can see for yourself. It was
yeah,
just
I'll put it right here.
You'll begin to see stuff. this is the really interesting part about it, because you'll start to see lots of like creatures and stuff like that.
Fuck you.
So see, not even that fucking bad, right? But TikTok said that it was bullying and harassing, and they deleted it. And it was up to 120,000 views, like what, 30,000 likes?
Yeah, still glowing.
Yeah, it
like
was
a lot.
Yeah, if that video would have easily gotten 150,000 likes or views.
Yeah.
Easily. And TikTok deleted it, and then we appealed it, and without even reading our appeal, they just denied it.
It was like less than a minute later that we got the notice that they denied it.
Yep. It's fucking bullshit. Fucking Chinese company, man. I swear to God. Like, I get it. We can't take somebody else. So there's another guy, there's a bunch of other people on the platform that have, no hands and shit like that. So we can't take one of their videos and start talking that kind of stuff to them because we don't know them and they don't know us.
Yeah.
But Joke Castle is 50-50, mine and hers. That's it. We're the only two voices in the matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's half her channel, half my channel on all platforms. So we can say whatever we want about each other to each other.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Like, for any of our skits, anything that we do that's kind of like, oh, there's a long conversation that goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Of me asking you, like...
Everything. Like, if you, ask me, is this okay? Like, is that joke cool? Is it funny? Everything that we do, we talk about it in great lengths before we film it. Not only just to see, like, is it going to be funny, is it going to look okay, but, like, hey, you okay if I say this, right?
Yeah.
And, like, no, nothing is off limits, really.
Yeah. So the fact that they deemed it offensive for her is crazy.
Like, I was there. It's not like she started recording and I didn't know what the outcome was going to be.
It's got me bummed out. But one thing that made me really happy is we went live on TikTok right before this, and there was a bunch of people in the chat that were positive as hell, and we're like, oh man, we love your guys' shit. So I think we're going to start doing a live on there before we record on here, and I think that'll boost the morale.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a hell of a lot of fun. Sorry for the delay. We recorded a podcast right before all this, but then some stuff wasn't quite right with it, so we decided to dump it, and this is the new one that we're recording.
Yep. It's been a crazy couple of days. A lot has happened.
Yeah. As all of you guys have heard, if you're in the Texas area or if you're in the South, you'll know that we've been getting hit with crazy winter storm. If you're not, then I'm sure you've heard it in the news.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. We've been snowed in. We haven't been able to work because not a lot of people can drive in it. I felt perfectly fine. I've driven every day in this. But a lot of people don't want to, and I don't blame them. So there's no sense in us coming up to the shop and wasting our time sitting here for nobody that's coming in. No phone calls that are coming in. We're just sitting up here doing nothing.
Yeah.
So we've been closed. And then yesterday, my business partner had hit me up and it was like, hey, she sent me a screenshot of the security footage of the shop. I was like, does this look shiny to you? I was like, fuck. So blazed up to the shop and
it was pretty flooded. There was a good amount of water on the floor.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing. I think he ended up like taking out about 70 gallons of water.
Yeah.
From inside the shop.
Yeah, me, our piercer, and his friend had gotten all the water out, and they had helped for about half of it, a little bit over half. They had helped me get up, and we dumped about 4 of the mop buckets full of water. So that's where we're getting the 70 gallons from. And what had happened was our neighbor 2 doors over has a nail salon, and they didn't leave their pipes running, their water running. They had a pipe break. So it flooded into our next door neighbors, which then flooded into ours. And luckily we caught it.
It was scary toward the end because there's a corner back there that he would get the water mopped up, and then like 15 minutes later, it would be like he hadn't even mopped over there.
Yep.
So I was kind of nervous coming in today to come and see if that shit was still there, but it's gone.
Yeah,
luckily.
Yesterday, as soon as I came in, I took a wrench outside and I was just breaking ice to try and find the main water shut off, and then our piercer came in and both of us ended up finding it and turning it off. So we shut off all the water to the building, but our landlord doesn't really give a fuck about us. They hired some management company to, like, a property manager to come make phone calls or what the fuck ever they did. They called a plumber and it took him like an hour and a half to get here. And by the time he got here, we had already turned off the water. So he was like, "Oh, you guys already did it? Oh, okay." And then just left. We was like, "So what the fuck did you come out here for?" It was just, annoying.
Quite annoying.
Just annoying. It's been interesting, to say the least.
To say the least.
So with that pipe being broke, we can't really open. I came in today I was going to do an appointment, but then he got stuck on his way into the shop, so he wasn't able to come in. So I've just been kind of chilling here and trying to record videos and put them out in preparation to open. We find out that our video got taken down, our biggest video.
Yeah, by far the biggest video.
By far, yeah, not even close.
By like a lot.
Yeah.
Gone.
Just gone, just like that.
Just gone.
And we've been tempted to just re-upload it, but the thing we're worried about is if you keep getting strikes, if they keep taking your shit down, they'll just delete your channel. And that's that. Your whole fan base is gone.
Yep, so trying to figure out what to do about that. The original reason we went live was to try and see if anybody else had any more information on how we could resolve the situation.
Which, it's insane too, because I've seen a bunch of videos on there. I mean, a lot of videos of people like having their hunting dogs attacking and killing pigs.
It's
been really, I've seen probably 6 of those, dude.
Really?
I haven't watched the whole thing through, but as soon as the pig starts squealing, I fucking move away. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to hear it. But those videos are up, no problem. But a video of me drawing you.
It's of one of the creators drawing the only other creator, and it got taken down for bullying and harassment.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. And I just think that it's indicative of where we're at as a society now. The pussification of America has never been stronger. Like, everybody is such fucking pussies now, dude. Nobody can take a joke. Nobody can speak freely. Everybody's talking about freedom of speech, but as soon as you utilize your freedom of speech, then you're looked at as a bigot or a mansplainer or a racist or whatever. There's all these big words that they throw out there. And it's like, stop being a pussy is what it comes down to.
So also, like, stop getting what I think it was is a bunch of people reporting it on my behalf. But, like, if I'm one of the creators, wouldn't you think I just,
wouldn't have put it out?
Wouldn't put it out?
Yeah.
Like, if I had a problem with it, I would have been like, hey, bud, maybe we shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But he told me the idea, and I almost fell laughing. It was really funny. I really wanted to make it. But TikTok was like, no.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I just feel like there's too much of this, like, white knight mentality where everybody has to save everybody. Like, I'm offended that they're offended for you about something that you're not offended over.
Me too, bud.
You know what I mean? Like, how dare you assume that we're just going to do something to hurt your feelings and put it out there to shame you? Yeah. Like, how dare you?
And also, like, if you watch our other videos, YouTube or TikTok, that's not the only time that we've done shit that's, like, joking about me. There's that busted one where I fall out of my legs.
Yeah.
Like, one where literally, it's how to get handicap parking.
Yeah.
Tape a clip to the top of a car, like.
Yeah. That's just our brand of humor. It's different. You know what I mean? But all these people will just fucking. It's gross that a couple people can just be like, oh, well, I don't like it, so it doesn't deserve to be on this platform no more.
We have experienced being canceled on a very small scale.
Yeah. If anybody sees this and you were one of the people who reported it, fuck you.
Fuck you.
You know what I mean?
Honestly.
Like, yeah, it's annoying that our video got taken down, but guess what? We'll put out 1,000 more. Like, it's a bummer because that video was really helping grow our channel. But at the end of the day, the people who are supposed to be here and the people who really support us, they're here. They get our humor. You don't get it, and that's fine. You don't have to.
It's not your cup of tea?
Yep.
That's fine.
Take it easy because there's plenty of other fucking people that you'll like that are perfectly in line with your mainstream, what's supposed to be funny and what's not supposed to be funny behavior. Because at the end of the day, I don't need you. You don't need them.
No, I don't need you.
Yeah. Fuck them.
You're just gonna be over here getting offended and reporting our shit.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like we've stated, I make sure if I'm going to make a joke about something, I run it over with you first.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people on TikTok that'll make comments, like little slide comments.
Yeah.
And if they're actually like mean comments, I'll delete them before you ever even see them. Because I'm not with you just getting bullied.
Yeah.
So if there's something that's made it onto one of our platforms, it's been thoroughly vetted. You and I have been over it and reshot it and shot it and reshot it again just to make sure that it looks right, it sounds right, and it's funny.
Yeah.
But
And also, like we've stated, all the decisions about what we film, what jokes we make, it's all a team effort.
mm-hmm.
We don't just like, hey, look, this is what we're doing, whether you like it or not. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not how we look.
There's no gotcha moments
Yeah.
on here. It's never like, oh, wait until this bitch sees. It's like, hey, what do you think about doing this? She's like, oh, I really like that. Or what do you think about that? I don't know if that's really funny. Okay, cool.
Think of something else.
Yep. That's the thing too. It's hard to think about what to record, especially on a platform like TikTok, because it's a minute long max. So you gotta do something that's never been done, or you gotta find what's trendy and make it your own.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been like the hardest thing, and I feel like that was kind of the personification of us.
Yeah.
Because it was like he was doing something that was real creative, so then we twisted it to make it fit our narrative of like what we think is funny in our brand.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what we did, and that's what we have done in the past with other videos.
Yep, and that's what we're gonna continue to do.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking worried about it.
This is not stopping us in
No.
any way.
Yeah, once we get big enough, it'll be really hard to be like, well, you know, they can't do this, they can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, fuck you. We'll go to YouTube.
We'll go to YouTube.
Because YouTube is my main goal.
Yeah.
TikTok has been to help us grow our YouTube channel. And I mean, TikTok's fun to make. But the end goal is YouTube. I love YouTube.
We started YouTube before we started TikTok.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So in other local news, there has been this motherfucking person named Gorilla Glue Girl.
I'm looking at you.
Her name is not Gorilla Glue Girl. Her name is Tessica, but Jesus Christ.
Come on, Jessica.
It's insane. Will you do me a favor, Jamie? Will you pull this up? I heard that she had gotten a settlement. Will you see if that's true? Because if that's true, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
Is it something I should tell you?
So basically, if you don't already know, I'm sure every single one of you know, there's this dummy who put Gorilla Glue in her hair because she ran out of her got-to-be glued hairspray stuff. And she had said to herself and everybody else, she's saying, oh, I was in a hurry, I had to go get one of my kids. She has 5 kids, by the way. This woman has 5 children. She was saying she was in a rush to go get her kid. She ran out of her hairspray, so she put Gorilla Glue in her hair, and she was just going to rinse it out whenever she got home. But she somehow forgot to rinse it out until a week after she had put it in there. And it stayed hard for up to a month until she finally got it out. Because she started a GoFundMe asking for $1,500. It raised over $20,000, and she kept it up because she just wanted money from people. It's crazy to me. It's crazy that some woman can willingly put Gorilla Glue in her hair knowing that it's not for your hair and raise $20,000. But somebody like my wife has cancer, no insurance, doesn't qualify for it. We've been getting the runaround for all of the programs, all the women's aid. We've been getting the runaround from everybody. A lot of people have been asking me, oh, well, there's all these companies that will do all this and do all that. But it's bullshit. Some of them will, and they will help some people. But in this case, they're not. I heard the same thing whenever I got shot. Everybody's like, well, they have to help you. No, they don't. The hospital sent me packing within an hour. I almost lost my entire arm. I had to rely on a small clinic that had seen me since I was 15 years old to give me antibiotics and save my life and my arm. Because nobody would touch me because I was a liability. So these preconceived notions that they have to do this and they have to do that, you can say that and it sounds good on paper, but doesn't mean it's going to happen. So the fact that she can raise over $20,000 for putting glue in her hair, and we're not even pulling $2,000 to save this woman's life, is crazy to me. It really shows you where our values are in this country now. Did she get a settlement?
All of these are just saying, will it stick? So it's not saying whether she's gotten a settlement.
Gotcha, okay.
And also there's a bunch of articles saying that she denied the fact that she was even thinking about filing a lawsuit.
It's so dumb. It wouldn't surprise me if she kept it up that far after she made the $1,500 she was asking for. It wouldn't surprise me if she tried to get millions in a settlement for something that she fucking did.
Yeah, especially after she got it removed for free.
Mm-hmm.
And she kept the GoFundMe up after even after she got it all removed.
Yeah. It's crazy to me. Like, it was just a money thing. It was just a money thing. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I can't believe she has 5 children.
I can't either, man. She is raising 5 humans.
Yeah.
That will then become individuals of this society.
Let's hope that their dad has more of a life, like more of a part in their life than their mom, because their mom is not thinking.
So if they have more common sense than their mom.
Yeah.
Maybe don't put like Gorilla Glue in it. Have you never seen a Gorilla Glue commercial? It's even the name sounds kind of aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just hoping their dad gets like full custody and he'll fucking steer them in the right way, because mom's not doing it.
It reminds
Mom
me.
can't lead her own life.
There's this episode of this show that I used to watch, and they have like a knockoff Gorilla Glue called Grizzly Glue, and one of the fucking characters replaces her. She does like special effects makeup,
mm-hmm.
and she is out of her glue that she uses, so she replaces it with Grizzly Glue, and uses that to glue on all this shit to another character's face. And they have to like go like to the company to find whatever to get it off her face. But that's what this whole situation reminds me of. A joke crazy. On a kid's show.
Art imitating life.
Yeah.
Or life imitating art, I guess is how it would go.
Yeah.
But
life.
That's it's insane. It disgusts me. Like, whenever I was in the 5th grade, I put Elmer's glue in my hair. I did that for a while because I had really tall spikes, and that's all that would hold them up. I had the wherewithal as a 5th grader to know not to put anything more extreme like super glue in my hair. I knew, like, okay, I need to be able to wash this out. This is kids, like, washable Elmer's glue. It will wash out. I know it's going to be fine. And it was.
Yeah.
But dummy read the bottle and said, "Oh, it's good for metal, industrial, wood, all this other stuff. It'll go in my hair and be fine." Like,
Also, on the thing it says, do not make contact with skin.
yeah, skin or your eyes. So
Just comment. Just a concern.
it's insane that this is where we live. This is where society's at.
It's absolutely.
I worry for people. I really worry.
Genuinely, I worry for people. Also, but like generally, my name is Bob.
Generally, my name is Bob. Though.
People, man. Fucking people. And the fact that the doctor is the one that found her and was like, "Hey, man, I'll get this out for you for free."
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, good on him. That
Yeah,
was really
that's
nice of him.
Really nice of you, but also she did this to herself. Like.
I mean, it still has to come out of her hair.
It still has to come out of her hair, but I don't think she should have gotten it like for free. Like you
No.
did this to yourself.
She should have definitely had to take that $20,000 that she raised for it and have that cut out. There's no reason that she should elect to put this fucking industrial glue in her hair and then get a new car out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's bullshit.
Like, you shouldn't be doing anything with it other than what you raised it for. You raised it for your fucking hair. So you should pay for whatever it costed to get that glue out. I know it wasn't no $20,000, over $20,000, and you should donate the rest.
Yeah, donate it. Especially in these times right now where everyone's struggling. Like, you only asked for $1,500, and in the middle of a global pandemic, people donated $20,000 to you.
Over $20,000.
Over $20,000 to you. You should donate it.
Yep. But instead, this is a come up. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Buy your kids some new clothes, some things for your kids, but don't just like.
And then donate the rest.
Yeah.
There's seriously, like, you raised the money for the medical procedure. That's what it was raised for. So spend it on that. Buy your kids a couple clothes, and then donate the rest to somebody who needs it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of these people that are just like, gimme. Like, there's that fucking horrible person that I was showing you.
Mm-hmm.
That Playmate Tessie chick whose YouTube channel is still blowing up. She's still getting more subscribers. And she literally became, like, known and famous for bullying a cancer patient. Like, just being the most horrible person ever.
Like, she was like, "Oh, you wear a wig? What a loser.
Yep.
Oh, you take money from other people? Damn, you're a loser.
Yep.
What's it like to, so you're basically on welfare? What's that like?"
Yep. So people pay you because you have cancer? And the chick is like, "No, people pay me because I'm dying. Like, this is for my funeral costs and stuff like that." And she was like, "You're such a loser." She's like a very bad person.
Yeah.
And people are giving her money. And it's like, what is wrong with the world right now? Why?
Why?
Am I living on the Truman Show? Like, am I in the Matrix?
Ashton Kutcher, where you at?
Like, is life fake? What's happening?
We're on a simulation button.
That's what it feels like, man. Like, I'm not one of the conspiracy theorists, and I don't generally think my name is Bob. Or I don't generally think that we're in a simulation. But sometimes you gotta wonder, like, what the fuck is really happening?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's going on, guys? What are we doing here?
I feel bad for having kids sometimes. Just because I think to myself, like, one day I'm not going to be here, and I'm leaving them in this shitty place where people are just getting more and more dumb.
Yeah.
And more horrible shit is happening, and I'm not going to be there to protect them and be there for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel guilty about that shit sometimes. It kind of fucks with me.
Sometimes I feel guilty about the fact that I want kids eventually. Like, I don't even have kids. Who knows what the fuck I'd be bringing children into by the time I get around to having kids. It's
a beautiful blessing. I love my kids. Love all of them. it's amazing. It makes you happy, and you feel like one of my sisters doesn't ever want kids, and I believe with my whole heart that you'll never know what real, true, unconditional love is until you have a kid. You'll never know, because you can be with somebody. I love my wife. I love her with all my heart. I would do anything for her. I would stop a bullet from killing her. But with my kids, it's a reaction. With her,
Yeah.
I feel it, and I would do it. But with my kids, I don't even have the time to think about trying to stop
second
that.
nature.
It's just, oh, there's a threat, I'm there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's real, unconditional love. No matter what.
There's no thinking that go like that time that you were tattooing and your daughter cut her chin in the bath and you just go to a hospital. There were no questions asked. You were like,
Yeah.
sorry man, gotta finish your tattoo up later. I gotta take my daughter to the hospital.
Yep, just left right in the middle of her tattoo. Took her to the hospital. She needed 2 stitches.
Yeah, but it was like, I
Right then and
said,
there.
Blank needs to go to the hospital. We gotta go.
Yep.
And you said, let's go.
That was that. Because it's just, it's instinct. Like, no matter what, love my kids to death.
Yeah.
But
I love your kids too.
you also just, you feel bad because the world's getting shittier. You know what I mean? And it's so hard to, like, you learn the world over again whenever you have kids. Because, you know, we all learn the things that I'm teaching my kids whenever you're younger, but you're their age whenever you learn it. So by the time you get to be our age, a lot of it, it's gone. You don't remember a lot of it. You know what I mean? Or it's just become so second nature that 1 + 1 is 2, or that green is green and blue is blue and all this other stuff. You know
like,
what I mean?
that's a floor, this is a chair.
Yeah.
It's just, you know it. You don't even have to think about it.
But whenever you're explaining that to a kid, you just kind of see, like, the spark in their eye and the magic, and you're like, oh yeah, this is kind of cool stuff.
It's a very beautiful, magical thing to even just be around kids because they're so pure. They see happy and everything, and they want to know everything.
Yeah. And, like, my youngest, all my kids, they're just the sweetest.
Yeah.
Like, they just want to make you happy. If you're sad, they just want to make you feel better. The other day, I was messing with you.
Yeah.
You were going to get in my car because she hasn't been driving. You haven't been driving because of all the weather conditions.
Yeah.
So you were opening my truck door, and I opened up my house door, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? Get out of my truck. Call the police. My youngest was like, stop yelling at her.
Yeah.
I'm going to go apologize. And she ran out the dog, and he was like, Lieutenant Dan, I'm sorry. My dad was being mean to you. And you were like, oh, it's okay. Go inside.
Yeah, I was like, I'm fine, sweetie. He was just joking.
Yeah, but, like, she just doesn't want anybody to feel sad.
Yeah, like,
She's just pure. And that's how my oldest is, too.
So there's a broken picture frame in the back of my car, and I had a scratch from it, and she's seen it, and she was like, Lieutenant Dan, you have an alley, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And it was healed, like this. And I was like, I'm fine, sweetie. And she was like, you want me to kiss it and make it feel better? And she went up and gave my own little kiss. Like,
Yep. They just want to make sure that you're okay. They just want to help out.
Yeah.
And kids are just, they're pure. Kids are assholes, too.
yeah,
They're assholes.
they're dicks.
That's one of the other, like, things that annoys me is whenever parents will act like their kid is an angel, a saint, no matter what, always. I'm like, no. My daughters, my kids are the sweetest kids ever. They're fucking dicks, too. We're all dicks. I was a fucking prick whenever I was a kid.
You're still a prick.
Still a prick, yeah.
The first time I ever met his youngest, she was eating, and she
It was the very first time you ever met.
Yeah, the very, very first time she ever laid eyes on me. She was eating broccoli, and she, like I said, first time she's ever met me, she offered me some, and I was like, no thanks, sweetie, I already ate. And she looked at my arms and went, oh, did you use those things?
Mm-hmm. I was just like, you can't say that. And she felt like kind of shamed. And I was just like, come on, man. Like, that's insensitive.
It was so funny. It's always funny to me when things like that happen, though, because I was over there, like, trying to hide my laughter because you were clearly trying to teach her something in that moment. And I was like, dude, it's okay. And you were like, no, but she needs to learn you can't just be saying things like that to people.
Yeah.
So I'm over here trying to hide my laughter because I think it's hilarious. She's a child. She's like, those things?
Yeah. But she tried offering you her food.
Yeah,
Best
and
she ever made.
she tried to offer me food. Like, aw.
Yeah. Sweet girl.
Very sweet.
I love both my kids, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love all my kids, but the two that live with me, I love,
Yeah.
they just want to make you happy.
They just want to
They're
make you
sweetest
happy
kids.
and want to help. All they want to do is help.
Good times.
Good times. I was leaving earlier, and I always leave his house with, I'll see you tomorrow and maybe later. I don't know. I'll probably be back later at some point. And so I went and told her that. I was like, hey, sweetie, come give me loves. I'm leaving. I'll see you tomorrow and maybe later. I don't know. She was like, yeah, come back later.
Yep.
Come back later.
Yep.
She's always offering sleepovers. Like,
Yep.
you want to spend the night at our house?
It's funny, we'll have new people come over and she just like kidnaps them and like takes them to the bedroom and they play with toys and shit.
She's like, you're my friend now.
The life of the party, dude.
She is. She's got so much energy too. It's so crazy because your kids are like so calm, and then you know it's 10:30 because at 10:30 they're hyper as shit and they just want to play. And
Yeah.
I understand you want to play, but we gotta be quiet now. And they're like, nah, man, let's turn it up.
I'm telling you, dude, last night before last, we had made a fort in the living room for them. Because with all the power outages and shit, we wanted to keep them closer to our bedroom. And last night, they were turning up.
It was.
They were, as soon as it got to be later, they were like, yeah, let's fucking do this. I'm like, yo, y'all need to be quiet. Like, our bitch-ass neighbors downstairs are going to be calling the cops on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been turning up. It's different. I don't know, it's different now for kids now. Things are just different.
Things are different. And I mean, I'm not a million years old like you are, but like, I still grew up in the come in when the streetlights come on type thing. Like,
Yeah.
go, like, I would wake up, go outside, go play, come check in at lunch. After that, come in when the streetlights come on.
Yeah.
Kids are not like that nowadays.
Dude, I remember the first time I ever shot a gun. I was 8 years old. There was this man on the property next to where my Aunt Tammy lived, out in the middle of nowhere. He was like this creepy old dude that lived in a camper, and he would let 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, year old kids just shoot guns. He'd be like, here, and not like, here, I'm going to hold your hand and show you how to do it. No, like, here, take this, shoot it off in that direction.
Figure out what to do from here.
Yeah, we were just like, at the time we were super excited, but now that I look back at it, like, a lot could have gone wrong there.
A lot could have gone wrong there, bud.
Because there was really not much supervision.
Whenever first time I had really seen someone with a gun, I had like my grandpa has guns. I've seen those in his display case. He has like shotguns and shit. But I was with my friend, we'll call her Kay, and there was a creek behind my house, and we would just go chill in the creek, have little adventures.
Chill in the creek.
I stood back and I just pictured us sitting there in the water.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing too. It's like maybe a duck goes by and you guys are like, hey. You're like,
Clap, clap, motherfucker.
quack, quack. Such is life for an old Knickerbocker like myself.
One feels like a duck splashing around in all this wet.
Is it
But
Knickerbocker or Nick? How do you say it?
Knickerbocker. Such is life for an old Knickerbocker like me.
What is a Knickerbocker?
I don't know, let's look it up.
Look it up.
But we were out and the
I thought it was Knickenbocker.
Knickerbocker. I thought it's Knickerbocker. Let's see.
I know John Mulaney says that. I just can't remember
Yeah.
what that word is or.
See Knickers. For definition.
A New Yorker? A Knickerbocker?
Knickers. Loose fitting trousers gathered at the knee or calf.
Oh, those are, knickers. I've heard that.
I just want, because it says see knickers.
This is a dangerous word to say. Also.
It is.
I feel like a lot can go wrong. We're not saying that at all. Named after Diedrich Knickerbocker, pretended author of W. Irving's History of New York. Huh. Screen record that one, put it on the screen whenever I edit this.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you guys. Y'all see the damn definition. I don't know. It's a confusing word. Anyways, y'all used to be in the creek.
Yeah, we used to go hang out in the creek, and we would always go, like, you could get to the creek from my backyard, but we would always go this long ass way so we could, like, explore more. And we would go, like, down this long ass street, around, back into the creek, and walk along the water back to right behind my house. So we were only allowed to play in the creek right behind my house. And we were just chilling one day, and these, like, group of guys that were clearly fucked up on something. I don't know what it was, but they were fucked up. And they asked us what neighborhood they were in, and we told them, and they're like, oh shit, we walked a long way. And so then we were, like, they started walking down the creek, and at the last point that we seen them, the water was up to, like, their chest. And there were snakes in the water, too. And we heard one of them go, oh shit, a snake, I got it. And dude whips out a gun, and it's like, I got it. And we were like, oh
and how
shit.
old were you guys?
Like 8.
Jesus.
Yeah, like 8. So we're like, we got a blast. And so we started to leave, because we got scared. We were 8 years old. But never heard a gunshot or anything. I don't know what happened to those guys, if the snake got them or what, but
That's crazy.
shout out to y'all.
Yeah. Y'all are legends, just pulling out guns in front of 8-year-olds.
To get a snake, man.
Yeah.
A snake in water.
Yeah. Not a lot can go wrong there, right?
While you're also in said water. And then there was a time that the same stupid bitch, I love you also, shout out to you. She, like, we were supposed to hang out, and I don't know if she knew that we weren't going to be able to hang out and just didn't care, or if somehow she didn't get the memo. But it was the middle of winter, snowing, and I'm in my room, and my parents left. I had a babysitter. So I was in my room just chilling, and I hear tapping on my window, and I was like, what the fuck? So I went and looked. This bitch walked she lived 2 neighborhoods away. Again, we're like 8. She walked in the snow, wearing thin-ass leggings and, like, a hoodie.
Jesus.
To my house, and was like, let me in, dude, let me in. And I was like, I don't know what you want from me. We have an alarm system, like, that beeps anytime a door or window opens. I don't know what you want from me. And I have my cat in my room, because I had convinced my parents to let me have my cat in my room during the winter, even though he's an outdoor cat, because I was worried about him getting cold.
Is this fucking Gus that we're talking about?
Yes.
You've had him since you were 8?
Mm-hmm. He's like 13, but
Jesus.
yeah, he's like the oldest outdoor cat I've ever known.
He hates your ass.
He loves me.
Oh, really? What happened last time you seen him?
That wasn't my fault.
He fucked you up, right?
It wasn't my
oh, okay.
fault.
Yeah, he fucked you up.
I was trying to introduce him to my now ex that gave a little nod to that bitch in the first video, I think.
Oh, the ex that you dumped and then you fucked his best friend? That one?
That's the one.
Oh, okay, cool.
I was trying to introduce Gus, my cat, to my ex, and my cat flipped out and scratched me and, like, ran away. It wasn't my fault, though. He loves me.
Yeah, it shows. He has that Chris Brown love for you.
I fed and took care of him for, like, 10 years. Until I moved out of the house. Anyway.
Ike Turner took care of Tina Turner, and then he still beat the fuck out of her. You know? Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee, they loved each other, took care of each other, and then they started fucking each other up. So yeah, you know.
Anyway, so I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll just be like, hey, I'm going to take my cat outside to use the bathroom. And my babysitter was just on her phone, and I stepped back, and she was like, okay, didn't even look up. So I went outside, and I was outside for probably like
That's fucking insane. She was just like, you're gonna cats aren't dogs. You don't take them for a walk to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? If you do, you're a psychopath. Litter boxes exist. Second, you're 8 with no hands or feet. She's just like, yep, have fun, be safe.
Yeah.
How long were you gone?
Like an hour, hour and a half.
The fuck? And she didn't ever come looking for you?
No. I came back in and she was still on her phone and she was like, hey, what were you doing? And I was like, oh, I told you I went to go take my cat to the bathroom.
Hey, what were you doing?
Yeah.
I've met your parents, and they don't strike me as the type to hire an irresponsible babysitter like this.
Oh no, I told my parents. Like, because I did not like this babysitter because she was always on her phone. Like, she never did anything with me and I only had one sister at the time. But she never did anything with her. She would just sit on the couch and just be on her phone. You try to talk to her, she wouldn't look up from her phone.
So she was the you of babysitters.
Hey! Rude.
I'm just kidding.
I interact with you kids. I have a timer every 15 minutes. I tell them, hey, what's up? That's it. That's all they get.
You just look up from the phone, you're like, hey, you have the next 30 seconds of my undivided attention. And they're like, hey, sorry, you're like, time's up.
Like, it hasn't been 30 seconds. You're 5. You don't have time.
I would Sparta kick you off my balcony.
Dude, your daughter would run and take my phone away from me if I did that to her.
She goes hard, dude.
She Sparta kicked someone.
Right. Oh, girl is a beast.
She goes hard.
Yeah, I'm not worried about her at all in school.
Yeah.
I'm shitting a brick that she's gonna go to school just because she's my buddy, dude.
Yeah.
You know, she's always been there, and she's like, my, she'll be right there. So just thinking to like send her to school, I always think, you know, what's the worst that could happen? Because I'm a panicking bitch like that. But then also I think to myself, like, how much she's gonna be fucking up little kids there.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Little kids, look at her side of what?
yeah.
Say something, bitch.
Yeah, she don't play that shit. My mind don't
She
play
don't.
that shit.
She's real quick to be like, hey.
Yeah. Why you crying?
Why you crying? Yeah, so that's my 8-year-old adventures with Kay. We always get into some shit. At one time, we set her house alarm off with a Coke can accidentally. Because I've always been a night owl, as you know, and so is she. And so I basically lived at her house one summer, and we were just goofing out. I think it was that little period of time when we decided that it would be a good idea to start a YouTube channel. And so we were just hanging out in her room, and she had this like speaker with like lights that would come out of it. And so we were just jamming to that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was dope as fuck. So we would turn all the lights out and just be jamming. And I don't remember how or what prompted it, but for some reason a Coke can got thrown at the window. And it made the window go, ooh, you know. And it set the alarm off. And her dad, terrifying man. He's very intimidating. He's got a real deep voice and he's very tall. So me being like a 2'1", 8-year-old was just like, hello, sir. Anytime he would talk to me. But it set the alarm off. And Kay and I shit ourselves. Diarrhea.
Blip.
Blip. Our hearts sank out of our assholes. And so we decided to shut off the speaker and get under the covers like we were asleep until her dad walks in. And it's like, hey, listen to Dan. What are y'all doing? And we were like,
idiots.
So he's like, I know y'all are awake. And we're like, we had like enough sense to be like, hey, maybe cover your face so he can't see you laughing. So we're under the covers just like trying not to audibly laugh. And eventually he walked away because I guess he was just like, I don't want to deal with this right now. It's like 3 in the morning. But yeah, we never told him what happened or the fact that it was actually us. Like it wasn't the pet dog that did it.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, he yelled at me one time. Never again did I do anything wrong at that house.
I remember I was like 10 years old. I was trying to make a tennis ball launcher. So we would like cut the tops and bottoms off of soda cans. So you cut this. With the very bottom can would just have the bottom. We'd cut off the top. The middle can would be missing both ends. And the top one would be missing both as well. And then we'd like shove a fucking tennis ball in there, put some fuel at the bottom with the hole, and we'd light it and try launching that bitch. Wildly dangerous, you know?
You had a wildly different childhood than I did.
Oh, for sure.
I'm over here talking about lying about taking my cat to go piss, and you're like, yeah, we used to try and make tennis ball launchers.
Yeah.
With soda cans and fuel.
Yeah.
I used to shoot guns unsupervised with this random person.
Who could have been a pedophile for all I know? Who knows? Yeah. You know?
I'm over there, I see a frog. What up, Poppy? You're like, 2 different people.
Yeah. I've had a very different life than most. One day I'll be able to tell some of my crazier stories, but there's some reasons I can't. there's some reasons I can't.
Yep.
One day I will be able to open up about more of my upbringing and what made me the way I am today. I'm excited for the day.
Very silly person.
You're a very silly person.
Tonight's just full of drama lady jokes.
I know, right? We haven't watched that motherfucker in forever.
We haven't. We need to.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
Well, what we need to do is sign off.
Yep.
I'm starting to get sad thinking about my wife. So I don't want to bring the mood down, y'all. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you for being here. To all of our newest subscribers, welcome. Joe Castle is going through some stuff right now with all this weather and schedules and all that, but we do got some videos planned that we're going to be shooting this week.
Mm-hmm. Very excited. It's going to be a different type. I mean, it kind of is the same, but also different. Filming wise.
Anyways, love you guys. We will be seeing you soon. Hasta la pasta.
Hasta la pasta.